Got 2 fish in the back of this pool, so I'm just going to creep up and take the furthest one to the back first. Fingers crossed at this point. Indicator, Tony, or?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, deep enough to be hard to tell otherwise. So
unless we swing the nymph to the side.
Streaks it again, and I'd have to think about that now.
We've just found that there's somebody else up here. We don't know whether they're a hunter or a fisherman, so we're just going to have fun anyway, not worry about it. That's the plan. Okay, I'm going to get in position.
Now he's swinging back towards you, drifting downstream a bit. There's a left-hand bubble, he's coming down towards you, just keep still. He's now swinging back towards me. He's straight opposite me.
Yeah, yeah. Quite a long cast.
No, you would have got him then. That was good length. Ooh. So he didn't like that white thing. I think we are going to have to take it off, Ainsley. He's just moved up now. But he wasn't happy with that in the air.
Yeah, the white fluffy thing, aka indicator, no good. Fish was out, so goodbye indicator.
Yep. Yeah, no, he's just quietly moving up. Now he's moving out to the left. Oops, he might have gone then. Good. Beautiful. Just let it swing. Same again. Oops, that one he didn't like. He's a difficult customer, but anyhow, that's life. Now you're in good position, he's moving away. Now's your moment. Didn't quite get ahead of him, just behind him.
Crazy the fish in this pool, eh?
Yeah, no, they always have. They've never been easy in this pool. He's just coming quite close to you there now. Yep, there he is, quite close to you. Twitch it back towards you. Just give it a little streamering. Twitch, twitch, with just strip, strip, strip. Yeah, that's it. He didn't follow it.
What's happening up ahead?
Nice little eye over this run. I went up and did the usual way and there was a change. There was a nice fish with him right in the eye.
The old eye.
Right into the sun. Past this bush. Way down there, I swung back to the original. He's way down.
So we're just creeping upstream and there's a fish hanging just right under that bank. The sun's coming down from here, so it was steering straight into the sun. We couldn't see it until we were looking back down, which is a precarious position. So we've got this bush here as cover, sitting in fast water. Is it feeding? Yeah, it's feeding.
No, he's feeding. He's all over.
So this is probably not one for the dry fly game.
I would think a good one.
Probably thinking indicator because we're going to be looking into glare. Yeah. Maybe not a white indicator either. So yeah, should rock, paper, scissors then.
No, it's yours. You gotta share it. You gotta share it. No, I don't mind, but I think you should share. I've got a dry fly.
Tony's giving me an easy one, I feel.
No, I don't know that it'll be easy given the circumstances, but we'll go back and have a look. Because he's dropped right back down the current, so he might be in a good position. He might just move to a better position for us.
Tony's going to guide me, which is an absolute blessing. So he's going to see if he can get eyeballs on the fish from the other side. I've got a dry fly on, so I'm going to strip that off and get a nymph on there. Should be good. So I got my nymph tied on, but the fish is gone. It's probably tucked under the bank. So yeah, them's are the breaks. No luck on that one. We'll just keep heading up and see if we can find another fish. Let's go. Searching. I've bedded that bit out.
The ex-river fish being an ex-river fish.
Sure looks fishy.
Yeah.
No dry fly munches in the tail.
Yeah. We had one up on the top here. Tail just couldn't get the dry to him properly.
It's a shake down in there. That might be a rock.
Those other two fish that we're just seeing, those sort of three transit fish moving up the river.
Just absolutely stunning. So we've been walking up for a while, and I think some of you...
Fall in.
Huh?
Don't fall in.
I'm not going to fall.
7.6.
Oh, right. 7.6. It's chilly. So we've been walking up for quite a while, and we're not really seeing so many fish. And probably by the time you end up watching this video and you're like, I want to go there, no doubt, because it's beautiful. And the fishing's easy, because you're watching the master at work, and he's obviously very talented, but just want it to be known that there's a lot of walking going on, there's a lot of searching, there's a lot of trickiness going on. It's not just rock up, drop the helicopter, catch a fish. And I think that's a bit of a misconception on the internet and on the socials these days. So yeah, there's a lot of mahi in the background, and a lot of skill, and a lot of...
Could be just too cold for them to be out at the moment. We saw those two lower down. It's almost like these fish aren't out. There should be one in this water here somewhere. Not ready for us yet.
So
that's
Tony
two
says,
degrees less than we measured on the walk in.
yeah. So Tony says next, and I say never give up. But between those two
We've got a good system.
mantras, I think
Keep at it. Good things will happen.
in the background, as I've been getting in my deep rabbit hole of fishing, reading lots of books and learning different techniques, and realizing I did this wrong and I did that wrong. And what I've come to realize, actually, some of you may disagree, is that there isn't actually a right or a wrong way. It's just finding the right techniques and the right techniques and approach for the situation that you're in. And there's no actual one way of doing things. And as a prime example of that, I'm just going to mention your reel, Tony. Tony, he's been fishing for a large number of years, and
Only 64 at this stage.
you'll be extremely interested to see that he's a right-hand winder on his rod. And it's interesting, when he plays fish, he switches hands, and so some would say that's not the right way to do things, but clearly it's a prime example of the fact that you do what works, and you do what you got to do.
Exactly. I was going to say that back in the day, the Hardy Perfect reel, if winding on the right hand side was wrong, why did Hardy make all the early perfects to wind on the right side? That's what everybody did. When I grew up, everybody wound on the right side.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
Was the actual model the perfect?
Yeah, there's a Hardy Perfect reel, which was sort of the Bucks Deluxe reel, still highly collectible. Some of them are worth thousands of dollars, but they generally, the early model ones, all wound on the right hand side.
So we'd probably be a little bit cautious about marketing then, leading us a little bit in terms of do's and
It
don'ts.
sort of became voguish. Everybody has this concept that if I cast with the right hand, I should wind with the left, but if you were watching me playing, the rod changes hands anyhow, depending on where the fish is. So
Yeah.
1 minute right hand wind is useful,
Yeah.
another minute left hand wind would be useful. Maybe we should have a handle on both sides. That would make more sense.
It would trip Bruce up, who doesn't use any drag
Yeah.
and palms the drag.
Yep.
But we're always up for a way to trip Bruce
That's why I
up.
like the exposed rim reel, so when I'm palming, I'm actually playing the fish with my finger in here.
Yeah, yeah,
And the drag set so that the reel doesn't overrun, but
Yeah.
quite light.
yeah.
And when I put the power on, I just put it on in there just by touching the edge of the reel.
Great
Which
idea.
you couldn't do on a Hardy Perfect because it was an enclosed rim.
Yeah, so that's one of those benefits you get. What do you think about when people, I notice they can palm it to bring line onto the reel by spinning it fast?
Oh, yeah.
Like my reel doesn't seem to do that. Do you ever do that?
It's very occasionally when you've got to gather a lot, but if you don't panic, with the large arbor reels now you
You
can
got
wind
time.
a lot in a little
Yeah.
time, but it's not unhelpful to hit the outside of that spool the reel, as they call it.
You'll have a laugh when you see another vid that I've got, may or may not be out by now. The fish came straight towards me and I had so much slack I had to hand line it outside the rod,
Yeah.
like as in below the rod, beyond the rod tip.
Yeah.
I hand lined it for 2 or 3 meters until I could run backwards far enough to gather tension and go back to the rod. So that's the first trout I've hand lined, and yeah, I did land it. So good. Again, do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. You know. I always to tell the clients that we just got that fish in the net. You know what that means?
You did the right thing.
We did it perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfection is in the net.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
We'll keep going. Enough lectures or stories or whatever. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. We're doing it all wrong, or we having a laugh, or we're helping you out. Hopefully the latter. Bit of entertainment. Let's catch some fish. Oh, sorry, let's find some fish. Let's catch some fish. Let's go.
You got it too long and you got to be 2 meters left.
Did you say too long?
Just a little bit, meter too long. You got to be 2 meters left of that. Try it again, that was good. That was the one. Go! Oh, you had him. You had him, buddy. Bad luck. Bad luck.
So the fish took the fly on that drift. I did strike. I think it must have come up, or the indicator moved a little too late. I struck too late. So we've made the call. Tony said next. I say never give up. Let's go for a bit of a walk upstream, see if we can find some fish and catch a fish. Let's have an adventure. Let's go. So we got perfect drift out with my little mayfly, and the fish did not respond at all. I was listening to Tony guiding me in, just extend the cast, hit the perfect drift, and the fish didn't respond. So we went to do a fly change and the fish has moved off. So conclusion there is that the fish probably knew that fly was there and most likely didn't want to take it. So it's a good little lesson. It was a big fish, it was looking long, so there's an educated fish, or a tricky fish as I call it.
They're just not feeding hard, but that was the problem. Not really on the go. They're just having to work hard. They'll turn on at some stage. Let's hope it's before we have to walk out. They're taking their time on it.
We saw a few mayflies coming off the surface, so it did feel like it was the right thing.
Yep, worth a go.
No complaints anyway, we're having fun, problem solving. So we just got to this beautiful slow run. We've seen a fish out there in the middle and I've watched it take a couple of insects off the surface, so that's what we like, give it a bit of a dry shot. So Tony's going to step up and see if we can watch a dry fly masterclass. So the fish is moving away from Tony, which is making it a bit awkward. And he's got the downstream breeze, but the fish is lining up for that fly now. No, turned away. Did you lose? Oh no, there's your fly. That's an extremely long cast now. See the downstream breeze and the fish just kept pushing further and further out to the side. I don't think it's gone off the feeding, but it's making it. It's not easy. Can you see the fish is coming towards you?
It is. No, it's not here, for sure.
That's the cast right there. Here it comes. Oh, I'm laughing because I feel for you. I feel for you, buddy. Next thing it'll just take it dry just in front of you. So Tony dropped 3 perfect drifts on that fish and it just went mop. You're not saying next yet? In the game, he reckons. Looking. Refusal. Not that keen.
No, that was a bit heavy. Oh, he was right in here under the bank. A very old skinny fish, so not too worried.
For us mere fly fishing mortals, there you go. So even the master, Mr. Entwistle, can't catch all fish. That fish, every time he cast, it was just moving away. It wasn't too comfortable, and as he was walking up the bank there, the fish was right underneath the bank. It went out. So yeah, next / never give up. Let's go. There's a solid branchy obstruction over there, so Tony's got his rod super low to make sure he goes under. Lovely!
Ooh, there you go. Ooh, nice solid fish. Not as fat as your young one, but still a good fish. So just had to keep the rod low. He did all that. We got him through the problem. We solved the problem, and then we were able to play the fish. But if I was going to go any further down, I was trying to get him in here somewhere, and then I suddenly realised go down any further, it's just overhanging crap. So we did have to get in the water for that one to net him.
So we're fishing through the bottom of this pool, and the fish were giving him some trouble, just not interested in the dries. And then we got up to the head, and Tony spied a fish sitting deep, and it took a nymph. And then you would have seen it knew all about that stick woodwork on the other side, and it went straight in there. But the mastery of Tony's playing skills, he managed to keep it out, and there's the prize.
Yeah, that's after I lost that first one today. Mastery of the playing skills.
He didn't lose that one, he nailed it.
He's a good length. I don't know what length he is, I haven't got my tape measure, but he's
got a pinky spot.
He's 25, 26 inches long.
Should I get my little...
Look at that. You don't have to do anything. Just stop panicking. You can't go backwards.
So we've made it to walkout time, generally the least favourite moment of any trip, but we're having a bit of a wander, following along in Tony's dust and having a bit of a yarn along the way. Had a fantastic day today, so happy the sun came out and we both got a little bit of luck on the rod, as well as a few lessons and observations to make on some of the trickier fish.
Oh, he might have had it. Yeah, I think you're watching the fish. I saw the indicator go, but might have just been sinking, Ian, I don't know. He certainly looked at that.
It's been a fantastic sort of wrap up to this adventure, so leave me to do the walk out, and a big shout out to Tony for coming along and throwing a line in the water, sharing a few stories and tips, and hope you've enjoyed this adventure, and I look forward to sharing more content with you.